I have the whole ITTF statistics department behind me.
If I have right in mind, it's first match of Énio Mendes. Before all the time Silva was playing, having one good win against Salzpeter, against Serbia. This Portuguese team also, it's, let's say, a two-man team because Thiago Apollonia was missing, was doing quite well so far by winning against Singapore, by winning against Serbia. But in case they should lose today, yesterday they lost against the Czech, then they have a very, very important match yesterday against Spain. Tomorrow against Spain. That's why also some of the Germans were not sure with which kind of team they will play here, because this match tomorrow against Spain, this might be very, very important in order to be in top 3, or they might be, even if they lose, only number 4 or 5 in the group. Depends on the results of the other teams.
That's right. Quick reminder, the first position team in the group stage goes directly to the quarterfinals. Second and third place in the group, which consists of 6 teams, play a match against each other. Rule is that teams cannot face that have already faced in the group stage to play to the quarterfinals. So the first 3 positions in the group are the one that Portugal needs to have their eye on. First position right now being firmly taken by Germany. So as you said, very important match coming up for Portugal tomorrow against Spain. Énio Mendes now to serve for the first game. Bastian Steger awaiting the service.
Now it's also equal on the third position between Bastian Steger and Patrick Baum. If I have right in mind, Patrick Baum was playing twice. And Bastian Steger is now for the second time winning his first match against Alfredo Caneros 3-1. So I think it's also the right way what Rossi is doing there, like changing the team, having some more opportunities. I wonder if maybe also Christian Süß will have the possibility to play one match.
See if that happens. Bastian Steger and Patrick Baum very much on the same level. I would say Steger a little more constant in his performance. Patrick Baum maybe a little more potential.
Also a little bit more aggressive maybe in some moments.
Steger is well known for his fighting spirit, also a quality to consider. Played a good opening stage in the first game so far. 4-2 his lead against Énio Mendes. That was a bit impatient.
It's not so easy also for the third man in this way, for Bastian after 2-0, knowing like that everybody will expect him, that he's beating Énio Mendes, who is like, I don't know, around 250 in the world right now. I don't have the exact number in mind, 274. And they know also after Timo will play, Dimitri will play, usually this match is going totally in favor of the German favorite. But it's so important that Bastian keeps the concentration, keeps the tension for the matches that will be later on in the knockout stage more important.
That's right, and at the start of the match, the world ranking positions mean absolutely nothing. These guys at 200 plus can play table tennis. Still have to work for a victory, as Bastian Steger is on the way to do in the first game.
This Énio Mendes has a little bit different style than all the other Portuguese. With Silva, if you saw him the days before, he's also the classic Portuguese style, going back, playing the long rallies a little bit in this way. And this Énio Mendes trying to stay close, that's a little bit atypical for Portugal's player.
Mendes being the odd one out, so to speak. 6-7, quite a good performance so far. Though Steger clearly struggling to find his rhythm.
I think Bastian is a little bit waiting more on balls with, let's say, more speed, a little bit higher qualities. The first ball of Mendes, they're like not that fast, not that spinny, and Bastian is a little bit, maybe 10-20 centimeters too far away. And Bastian has also some troubles in returning the service. There were quite some directly service return mistakes.
Still he's in the lead. Bastian Steger. Good third ball attack over the table. Quite uncharacteristically for him. But over the years, especially over the last two, he has learned to adapt these techniques from his teammates. Still developing his play, Bastian Steger. Came in handy at that situation, 9-7. Only 2 points away from closing the first game. Possibly.
Difficult to see this service because whenever he's putting the ball up, throwing the ball high, he's nearly a little bit serving behind the hat. I think for Bastian it's also not so easy to see. Maybe check out one more time this service. See?
Looks that way. Quite similar to the service of Patrick Baum, I might add. Who has also had problems with this in the past. So far the umpire seems to accept it, as Bastian Steger doesn't look to have too much problems with this service. 10-8, 2 game points for the German player.
Good one.
Good one. Takes the first convincingly, leading 11-8. Winning the first game. Applauded by, if I'm not mistaken, Patrick Franziska in the crowd. Also a German player.
Yeah, and who's here like in official way. He's here to learn. He's, let's say, the 6th man of the German team. He's also done recently very, very good results in Qatar or Kuwait Open, beating Chuan Chi-Yuan. Really on his way up. Also now first time in the top 100 in the world ranking. So future of Germany still quite bright.
I would agree. I remember his game against Jussi Hook in Qatar, where he played, if at all, good first game against him.
Losing 4-2, if I have right in mind. Very, very good match there. Everybody was expecting it's only one game, it's another game, and suddenly it was really like open match there. Played a great tournament.
Very talented player, Patrick Franziska. We'll see more of him in the future. Right now it is Bastian Steger, veteran player of Germany.
But only for some days, I think. Team was, I think, 8 years young, 8 days younger than him.
So he is the oldest?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
19th of March against 8th of March. Yeah, and he's doing this good, like coming like quite high, his racket, stepping in the ball.
Still having problems with these backhand topspins over the table. Misses that one too. Misses, if I remember correctly, 2 in the previous game.
And having trouble with this return. He's like making also in the first game, he made, I think, 2 or 3 direct to service mistakes. Not so easy to judge. And he is prone, what you mentioned, with timing, with the backhand side, moving correctly, backwards, forwards. Now this was a good one. Usually he's known for having this big backhand swing. The Steger backhand.
Right, that is a phrase in Germany.
Nice one.
Wow. That is also unusual for him. Shot that he has no doubt cultivated over the last few months. Bastian Steger, counter over the table.
and really on his way up, as you mentioned it, improving still all the time. That shows also that table tennis is not only the way to improve with 18, 19, 20, but also in the second half of 20 or beginning of 30s. Especially the European players, for example, Werner Schlage, he became 2003 world champion with the age of 31. Timo, with the age of 31, got his first single medal. So there's quite some hope left for Germany.
We're seeing the results of other older European players, the likes of Jürgen Persson earlier, played a great match against Marlin. Like these special players, Serbia on the table to the right, seeing Alexander Karakasevic, also an older player, still at the top of his game. Bastian Steger, though, I think it's safe to say he's in the prime. 4-5, he's down in the second game. Long service, probably not the correct choice here.
Yeah, and it was half long. He wanted to keep this ball short, and Mendes saw that, and he's doing good job there. I think main thing is Bastian has to really play more precisely at this moment.
Good flick. Énio Mendes clearly unhappy. He's still leading though. He shouldn't be. 6-5 from his perspective. His own service to boot.
Whenever he's able to put the first ball on the table, accelerate with the second, then Bastian is really on top. And much really better and stronger than Mendes. But like sometimes if Bastian is not so concentrating, losing the quality on the first ball, then Mendes has this chance to do this contra topspin or winning directly his service. Like this now, you see? Like Bastian was not ready to step around. He should use the first flip what Mendes was giving him with forehand, not with backhand. And therefore he was, let's say, a little bit lazy doing the footwork in the right position.
That was a good service. Still, he failed to capitalize on it. Was waiting for a long return, which never came. Barely long enough to play topspin. Bastian Steger dissatisfied. Looks into the air for answers, as he is down 8-6 in the second game.
Nice one from Mendes.
Absolutely. Phew. Lightning fast. Did it even bounce?
I didn't see, I'm not sure. Maybe it was volley.
Certainly looked like that. 9-6. Still hope left for the German player. Lifting it, bringing back equal amount of topspin that Énio Mendes gave. Who misjudged the spin. There's a lot of topspin on Steger's forehand.
And that's a clever move from Énio Mendes to take timeout now, because in one moment if Bastian is 2-0 up, I think no way for him to keep the match open.
That's right. Looking to keep the lead somehow by any means necessary. In this case, a timeout. Ricardo Faria talking with his player, adjusting the tactics, maybe offer a few pointers, a few ideas what to do against this Bastian Steger. Didn't miss by that much.
But it's the right choice from Bastian, especially in the way when you don't feel that safe to put the first ball a little bit more with spin inside, giving also the opponent the opportunity to miss. Because till 8, it was Bastian who's produced, let's say, some unforced errors.
That is right. All-out attack, not always the correct choice. Give the opportunity to your opponent to make a few mistakes. Bastian Steger, 8-9 from his perspective. Can he turn it around here? under the watchful eye of Dmitry Ovcharov. Oh, that serve is very risky. Good service after that, though. Excellent length.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you mentioned. It was just half long, but like Mendes, the technique of Mendes is a little bit too much from underneath the table. Difficult to start this ball on another place than in Bastian's forehand side, and Bastian, I think, would have been ready for doing the counter topspin there.
Equalized 9-all. Score tied in the second game.
9-all.
Very crucial point for Bastian Steger, who remembered his strength at the right moment, awarding him a game point, 10-9, to advance his lead to very convincing 2-0.
Hesitating, was thinking of flipping, then deciding something different, and then everybody who plays table tennis knows this. In one moment, you had made the choice, you changed the choice. It's not so easy to change and put the ball on the table.
Easier words, you can't do two things at once. Very poor service receive from Énio Mendes. Steger did not expect that. Could have attacked on the third ball. Instead, he lost the point. Now, game points for Énio Mendes. And he takes the second game, surprisingly overpowering Bastian Steger in the second game. He wins 12-10.
Also with 10-10, I think the return was really long, just touching the white line. Bastian was not sure if this ball was out or in, and then really misread totally the length of the service. And still, Bastian, it's like also happened against Alfredo Caneros in his first match, where he lost the first game. Took a while till he find the rhythm. Hopefully, from the German way of thinking, he will find back his rhythm soon enough.
As you were saying earlier, Richard, when both players are playing 100%, I think Bastian Steger for sure comes out on top, but we almost never see both players playing 100% because one dominant player always tries to block the development of the game of his opponent, try to force his game upon the opponent.
And for Bastian, I think we mentioned it also before, for Bastian it's also not so easy. He's coming inside the game, he see a 2-0 lead, everybody expect him to finish that game off. And now Mendes, he's playing with service and return a little bit uglier than he's expecting. Not so easy for Bastian right now. And now I think he received a yellow card. Maybe it took too long time, waste of time or something like this, I don't know.
Couldn't hear it as well. Bastian Steger being issued a warning.
Aha, because he touched after losing the second game, he put the racket on the table.
Right.
And that's the reason why he got the yellow card. Yeah.
Questionable decision. Nevertheless, it stands. Umpire always has the last word. Good play, Bastian Steger. Certainly his strength. Backhand against backhand. That is what Énio Mendes needs to avoid. Wow. Completely unexpected. Stepped around, smashed it with the forehand. We haven't seen that so far.
Yeah, I mean, Mendes, from technical way, he's not that bad. He's quite complete with forehand, he's quite complete with backhand. Usually he has not that strong first balls, like this, like giving usually, oh, nice
wow.
one.
That is table tennis touch at the highest order here, Bastian Steger. Bounced twice.
Did you see Jan-Uwe Waldner in the audience somewhere?
That was also a shot Waldner was known for. Maybe something to try at home if you'd like.
Don't try this at home.
It is certainly difficult. A little too aggressive here on the service directly.
He has troubles. It's like third time he's missed the This service of Mendes, this downspin service at 11-10, 12-10, now twice in a row. I wonder, maybe he's playing a little bit too complicated. Maybe just like give this ball long, going for these longer rallies, because it's one of the specialities of Bastian also to get in the topspin. Maybe not to play too aggressive, because the faster you play, Mendes can also use the power of Bastian. Sometimes to change totally a little bit the timing.
That's right. The style that Steger employed here, much more the style of Dimitrij Ovtcharov and Timo Boll to go for the fast point. Steger's strength, as you said, certainly in the longer rallies. So he has to look for those. 5-3.
Especially against a player like Mendes, who's producing own, let's say, easy mistakes if you give him the chance.
Like this. Try to lift it instead of playing topspin. Énio Mendes. These are the kinds of mistakes that Bastian Steger must not show here. Once again, being too aggressive on the service return. Good service on his part, in turn.
Both have much troubles in having this heavy downspin service. Difficult to judge.
And here we see happening what you predicted, Richard. The longer rally, good opening, not too aggressive. And then just keep the ball in the game.
Exactly. Because Bastian, therefore, he's much better in the footwork, much better from this both winged topspin game. And Mendes in this moment now till 8, he's also missed like 2-3, let's say, easy balls, especially with forehand side.
Easy, of course, in air quotes.
Backhand is like, whenever it's coming to backhand, he can keep also the power there. Huh? First ball with forehand, that's the one you can attack Mendes a little bit more. Exactly.
Like you said, exact thing happens. 9-5, the lead of Bastian Steger. Serving for the game once again. But he's not happy with himself. Display of a negative body language here.
Missing a little bit the tension. After one ball, he's coming a little bit too much up. We call this ab tension.
Right,
coming up a little bit, exactly. Maybe a surprise that Mendes is bringing back one more ball with reasonable quality from forehand side. Good one.
This time the correct decision, go for the aggressive return. Was long enough, high enough too. Seven, 3 game points, Bastian Steger. Oh, and a lot of fortune. He takes the third game off of Énio Mendes. 11-8. To be honest, not that convincing, the performance here by Bastian Steger.
Okay, like some easy mistakes. Finally, to my point of view, he kept control. I mean, he was up all the time, yeah. But he's missing a little bit too many balls. Also with forehand side, it's like the timing is not so good. He's not moving inside and outside, especially what I mentioned from forehand side. And but still, there's some air to improve, which is always good.
Very diplomatic way of putting it, Richard Brause. room for improvement.
I saw him much better before.
I did as well. Still, he's on a track to win. If we consider the points, he is up 2-1 against Énio Mendes, who's showing a bold performance. Not intimidated by Bastian Steger's lead in the world ranking at all. Quick reminder, Germany against Portugal is what we are seeing. It's the third match. Germany is up 2-0 after victories of Dimitri Ovtcharov against Marcos Freitas and Timo Boll over João Monteiro. There was a good opening this time by Bastian Steger. Slow topspin, not that much spin. And that is the Steger we know.
Yeah, clenching his fist, also having this positive body language.
Great backhand topspin to prepare for the forehand smash.
1, 2.
Good also on the defensive. Played a bold side spin. Caught a little off guard, but
You see,
good quality.
and coming up with the body. Good one.
Exactly. Great service, setting up the third ball attack. You can see beautifully here, ball trails too high. Easy prey for the likes of Bastian Steger, 4-1 his lead.
Good one. It's a little bit also a question how you get inside the game. He's moving better just from the first ball now after one backhand, able to turning around, coming with forehand side. These kind of rallies, this is what Bastian needs. Then if he wins some balls like this, then he's directly on track again. Good ball from Mendes.
Yes, it was.
Some balls he's really surprising me. Missing some easy balls and winning the big rallies from time to time.
A little fast he is on the serve as well. Steger reminding that he's not ready yet. Good service. 5-3. Steger not managing to build on his lead that he had earlier. Still some glimpse of hope for the Portuguese bench.
Nice one again. Started again, not like this Valdi block he showed us before. Now we'll see maybe in slow-mo. No, we don't see. It was really this side spin block. And then follow with forehand topspin.
Very important point as well. 7-3, completely different story than 6-3. Psychological advantage, no doubt on the side of the German player here. 8-3 his lead now. Good one. Have to give credit to Énio Mendes. Showing a really good performance. Quite an unknown player so far. Showing that he can keep up with the likes of Bastian Steger. This almost cannot slip out of Steger's hands now. Let's say it shouldn't.
Nice backhand swing. And he's sure on his way.
I think so as well. Match point, Bastian Steger. 6 of them.
5, 10.
Germany with a convincing performance in this match. Probably the hardest match of the group stage for the German team.
10-6.
Looking to be on a 3-0 victory once again. Right, and there it is. Bastian Steger clenching his fist in delight. He has successfully overpowered Énio Mendes from Portugal, winning 3-0 with his team against the Portuguese team. Good performance by the German, especially by Dimitri Ovtcharov and Timo Boll earlier. Congratulations to the Germans, no doubt being given by the crowd here as well in Dortmund, Germany, for the 2012 Liebherr World Team Table Tennis Championships. 2012 in Dortmund again. We see the match point. Good third ball attack. Mendes late to the party, lifted it too much. Awarding Steger with the win. Once again, congratulations to the German team, securing their first position in the group. I believe that is Zhu Xiaoyong coaching Steger after the game. This is the last game of the day for us. Tune in tomorrow. We'll be back at 10 local, 8 GMT with Singapore versus the Netherlands and China versus Romania in the women's division. Until then, thank you, Richard Brause, for being here. Signing off are Richard Brause and Sebastian Hall. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah. 11-8.